Hi, welcome to Creating with Kate. This is the card that we will be making today. I call it my bookmark card. It is a card that has a magnetic opening, and as you open up, you will unveil 4 bookmarks that can be taken out and used by any happy recipient of this card. So we will be going through this step by step, and I will be teaching you how to create this card, and we will go over all of the products that you'll be using in order to create this lovely bookmark card. Okay, first you will take a 12 by 12 piece of paper. This will be your base for your card. You will score this at 6. This will be creating the half of the card so that your card will end up in this form. Once you've scored at 6, you will turn the paper around and score again at 3, at 6, and at 9, giving you the slots for your bookmarks. You will then be able to fold that cardstock, and you will do an accordion fold, which gives you the base for your card. Once you've got the base, you will then take the 2 end corners and you will fold them down on either side, matching at the 3 and the 9. This gives you your first 2 pockets for your bookmarks. Your center pockets are then created using your 2-inch circle punch. You will take that, you will go in halfway, creating a circle, a half circle. And then the way I created the next one was I took at the 3 and at the 6 and I cut down a slight bit, folding down, and you've got your pockets created, each of your pockets. Once you've gotten to that part, we will then start with our pattern paper. The next step in our card making is for your pattern paper. I used for this one Recollections. It is a school theme, thinking it went well with the bookmarks. So you've taken your base of your cards. You then choose 4 different patterns and cut them to the size of 2 3/4 by 5 3/4. I have chosen the school bus, the I Love School, and the chalkboard. The first thing you do is choose where you would like to place your papers. In placement, I found it was easier with our corner folds to take your piece that you're going to be putting on your corner folds. In this case, I used the chalkboard. I placed it onto the area that we were going to be placing it, and then I creased and folded down exactly the way I had folded it. This gave me the mark in which to cut so that I knew where I was putting it. So we will just place that right on here. I like to use the Scotch ATG tape. I find it stronger tape quickly for you. And again, just right on the inside by the fold. Then once you fold down. Now, I do not use the part that I cut on here. I will use that on the opposite side, giving it a nice pattern. Okay. so you've got your first part done. Your next step would be our apples. I'm going to be placing on the second section, and I will tape that completely down. And this is really a choice of preference, which way you'd like it, because then what I do is I do tape this part down, just one line right across, and I tape that down so our second section is done. The third section is where we cut using our punch. I do the exact same thing with this paper. I go in approximately halfway, maybe 3/4, cut a hole, and then I will take that and tape that right onto the area. And we've easily got 3 sections decorated. And now we are up to the last part. And for the last part, I have the I Love School. I can take that, fold down exactly like I did on the other, cut right where our fold is, tape this into that section, and then take that corner piece and tape it onto the opposite corner. Now I've got the base for our card done. All right, so now we've got the inside to our card almost done. The last part of this is up to decorations, and I use an awful lot of our punches that we have already punched out to decorate and use on the opposite pages, but we can get to that in one moment. Before we go any further, we're going to need to tape our card shut so that we are creating our pockets. For that, I like to use the Scotch, the smaller tape dispenser, so that you can get right into the middle. And what I do is I then put the tape right on our score lines. And because it's such thin tape, it's leaving me a very nice area in which to put our bookmarks. So you're going right to the edge on everything here so that you have enough space for your bookmarks. And again, you only have to hit those areas there, and we can bend it down, and it creates our pockets. So press it right down there, and it's creating our pockets. So we will be able to push our bookmarks in. And I will go through the measurements on each of the bookmarks for you, but I like to just test and make sure that they fit. Yes, so all of our bookmarks are fitting nicely, which is what I need. So we will go on to those later, and I will show you exactly how to do that. Before we go further with that, I'm going to just put our paper on the front and on the back of our card. All right, we're up to the front and the back of our cards. I've chosen the chalkboard for the front of the card. You're going to be cutting again. It's going to be 2 3/4 by 5 3/4, and you're just going to place that right on there very simply using that Scotch tape. And then you'll just flip over, and for the back I've chosen the composition lines. Now this is not the only section on the front and back you'll be doing, because we'll be placing the magnets and the ribbons on, but we will do that last. So as it stands right now, we are up to the rest of our decor, and this is really just up to preference, personal preference on how you'd like to do this. I do like to use the punches that I've used, and I may just put that one right there, just to give it a little bit of a little bit more style. I may choose to decide where I'd like these, and you can always then put some ribbon on there. We will be stamping So you may want to put a stamp on for extra decor.